So today is day 2. The Supreme Court, which is all set to resume the hearing in the Waqf matter, as the Apex Court is hearing a batch of over 70 petitions challenging the constitutionality of the Waqf Amendment Act, which was recently passed by the Parliament and that came into force on the 8th of April. Now, meanwhile, the bench that was about to pass an interim order but was put on hold at the last minute after Solicitor General sought to be heard for some more time. As the court then stated, it will hear the matter again on the 17th of April, which is today at 3 p.m. before passing any orders. But during the course of the hearing yesterday, on a certain critical points of contention, the Supreme Court had some posers for both the petitioners and to the centre as well. Let's in the meantime talk about exactly when it comes to these posers are concerned and what has the Supreme Court said with regards to both the government and the petitioners in this case. Let's take a look as far as the contentious Waqf by user clause is concerned, because here the contention which it lies, as the Supreme Court was of the opinion that there are genuine concerns of its misuse and there is no registration before the British came. So it is impossible to show the registration deed if when it comes to Waqf land goes back to hundreds of years. Another contention that was made by the Supreme Court asking that can protected monuments be declared as Waqf. Now the Apex Court was of the opinion that Waqf property cannot be later changed and protected monument cannot be later be declared as Waqf. The Supreme Court's poser, another contention that we are looking at, number 3, is the inclusion of non-Muslims. The Apex Court, meanwhile, was of the opinion that will you allow Muslims in Hindu endowment boards? And even when it comes to the centre, that when it comes to answers that has now been sought, these are, when we talk about when it comes to the 3-judge bench, that indicated that it was considering staying the operation of certain parts of the Waqf Act 2025. But that did not happen, where the top court proposed to pass an interim order on these points, but more time has now been sought by the government so that as far as the hearing today will continue in the Waqf case. Point number 1, which pertains to properties that has been declared by courts as Waqf, will not be denotified. They are also Waqf by user or Waqf by deed, while the court has been saying that the collector conducting inquiry, Waqf property will be treated as Waqf only. Also, when it comes to the provisions that have now been made apart, when the court said that all members of the Waqf board and the Central Waqf Council must be Muslims, except when it comes to the ex officio members. Now, in fact, when we speak of when it comes to the Supreme Court itself, red flagging, of course, when it comes to the concerns over the violence that has also been reported after the Act came into force, we speak on when it comes to the constitutional validity that itself is being challenged in these multiple petitions. Harish, good morning. The hearing is expected to continue today. Some very important points that has been highlighted by the Supreme Court.
Yes, good morning, Amita. In fact, after striking down the NJAC 10 years back, so one more act enacted by the Parliament is under very, very close scrutiny of the Supreme Court, as you rightly said. In fact, the Supreme Court yesterday was on the verge of passing an interim order, but Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, defending this act, vehemently said that since the Supreme Court has gone into the merits of the matter, I need more time to argue on the matter and put certain facts on record. So give me some more time. After hearing that, the Supreme Court has adjourned the matter for 2 o'clock today. And today, after hearing both sides for some time on the interim order to be passed, an interim order is most likely. And as you rightly said, Amita, the Supreme Court has proposed tweaking certain clauses, very controversial clauses. It said that some clauses needs the close examination, some clarification, like number 1, as you rightly said, the provision where works by user has been removed, especially those having disputes and government
so
property.
These points that have been highlighted by the 3-judge bench, as Harish was pointing out, was about to dictate the interim order when Solicitor General sought for more time to be heard. As far as the court then said, it would hear the matter again at 3 p.m. on the 17th of April before passing any orders. And the court also indicated that it would decide whether it would continue to hear the batch of cases or refer it to one high court for further consideration. Harish, thank you very much for the moment. In fact, when it comes to the Supreme Court, also raising the concern over the implementation of the Waqf law, where the Supreme Court has called the violence as extremely disturbing, especially that has been reported in West Bengal, to which the Solicitor General remarked, saying that the system is being pressurized using violence. While the petitioners claim that one can't really decipher who is pressuring whom, the Chief Justice meanwhile said that it is important to highlight the positive aspects also in the act. Remember, the Supreme Court took cognizance of the violence on the day when Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee once again accused the BJP of sparking communal tensions. She's claimed that it is the BJP which is trying to tarnish the image of the state, and instead the centre must take responsibility for the violence in her state. Now, the BJP, on the other hand, held a protest to mark the Hindu Shahid Divas. They asked why Mamata Banerjee doesn't seem to worry about hundreds of Hindu families who were forced to flee from their homes.
প্লিজ দয়া করে সে যেই হোক, এ বি সি ডি ই এফ জি এই যেই বা হোক, আইন কখনো হাতে তুলে নেবেন না। আপনি ইউনূসের সাথে গোপন মিটিং করুন, চুক্তি করুন, দেশের ভালো হলে খুশি হব। হোম মিনিস্ট্রি সোর্সকে কোট করে বলেছে এইরকম করেই ওরা দেয়, তাকে আমি দোষ দিচ্ছি না। देश इसमें बांग्लादेश का हाथ है, अगर हाथ है तो इसको जमींदारी तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का है। बीएसएफ बॉर्डर संभालते हैं, हम नहीं संभालते हैं। क्यों अलाउ किया? क्यों बीजेपी का बाहर से आदमी आके आप गड़बड़ करके भाग गया?
These are the result of these unmindful political statements given by Mamata Banerjee and some of the political leaders, which is condemnable. I fail to understand that sitting in such high position, undermining her own position, that the person who is in charge of the law and order situation in the state herself is fueling this kind of violence.
It's an anti-national statement. बीएसएफ देश की शान है, बान है, मान है, वो बराबर बीएसएफ के खिलाफ बोलता है। दिस स्टेटमेंट इज कंप्लीटली एंटी नेशनल स्टेटमेंट।
पश्चिम बंगाल में जो दुर्दांत दुस्साहस उग्रवादी तत्व कर रहे हैं, और उसके बाद तृणमूल कांग्रेस की सरकार की ममता जो उनके ऊपर दिख रही है, और इंडी गठबंधन ने जो सेकुलर मौन धारण करके रखा हुआ है, यह देश के समाज और लोकतंत्र के लिए यह चुप्पी बहरा करने वाली है।